This man accidentally picked up a remote control that could control humans. With this remote, he can not only pause time, but also arbitrarily fast forward his life. Hi guys. Today I will introduce to you the movie named Click. Michael is an architect. He has a beautiful wife and two very cute children. A happy family life. But Michael is like any other bourgeoisie in America. Because of his work, he often does not have time to spend with his family. Because of this, he and his wife often quarrel. That evening, Michael went to the electrical appliances store to buy a remote control. He happened to be in a mysterious room. After he went inside, he saw a scientist. The scientist gifted Michael a bizarre-shaped remote control. After he got home, miracles began to happen. Michael's dog barked endlessly, making him extremely annoyed. He picked up the remote, pointed it at the dog, and pressed the volume down button. As a result, the dog's barking is actually lessened. It turns out this is absolutely not a normal remote. This is the Life Controller. Not only can it fast forward anything in the world, but it can also turn down the volume of sounds you don't want to hear. But that's just the tip of the iceberg. It can take you into any period of time or any kind of memory. The next day, Michael was called to the office by his boss. The boss told Michael to be in charge of a Japanese architectural project. If all goes well, Michael can be promoted to become an associate of the company. So he went home to prepare to work. But at this moment in his house there is a party. Michael was really impatient. So he directly used the controller to push the fast forward button for a while. He fast forwarded until after the party was over before he started his work. But Michael was curious as to what he'd been doing during the time when he was fast forwarding. The scientist using the rewind function tells him that, while time-lapse he will be like a robot, going through a rigid, mechanical party. After getting used to it, Michael can control everything very smoothly. During negotiations with the Japanese customer, he changes the remote settings. He can even know what they are thinking. This makes the cooperation extremely convenient. He was in a very good mood right now. He also bought 2 new bicycles for his 2 children. The couple's affection is also better. But these are all the merits of the human remote. The next day, he goes to his boss's office hoping his boss will fulfill his promise of a promotion. At this point the boss told him to do all the work as planned in order to get promoted. Michael was extremely indignant. He basically couldn't wait that long. He uses the fast-forward controller until the day he gets promoted. The time was a year later. Although Michael has become an associate of the company, the love between him and his wife has also faded. Michael decides tonight to make up for his wife. The 2 people stayed at home intimately with each other. But the remote automatically fastened the time the 2 had finished. Michael found it really confusing. So he went to find the scientist to ask. It turns out the moment he and his wife were together was unfortunately fast-forwarded. Later, for such sensitive moments, the controller will automatically press the fast-forward button. Michael was extremely indignant. He took the remote and threw it in the trash. But then control immediately returned to his hand. No matter where he throws the remote, it will come back to him. The next day, Michael went to the company. The boss said that if he keeps trying to work, he can be the general manager later. Because of the position of general manager, Michael presses the button to fast forward his life. So time is forwarded again when he takes over as general manager. This is 10 years later. Michael has turned into a fat man now. His wife also divorced him. She even has a new husband. Michael really can't accept these. He immediately fainted. Time went on to pass 6 years. His wife has a new family. His son has become the mainstay of the company. When the 2 talked to each other, Michael found out that his father passed away a few years ago. He uses his remote to review the last time he saw his father. But that was when Michael was in a fast-forward state. He was very cold to his father at that time. Michael was deeply troubled. Emotionally shattered, he continued to press the fast-forward button. This time he is forward to the time of his son's wedding. But at this moment he found out he was seriously ill. His son is busy with work. On his honeymoon he did not have time to go. Seeing his son walking down the same path as he did when he was younger, Michael hurriedly chased his son in the heavy rain. In the last moments of his life, Michael told his son the family is the most important thing in this life. Just like that, Michael died peacefully. When he woke up, he found himself lying on a bed in the electronics store. Could it all be just a dream? Michael hurriedly drove home and hugged his family. At this point he really understood the importance of family. In the future, he won't do anything that makes him regret it. It was at this moment that Michael saw a remote control lying on the table. It turns out that all of these are inherently not dreams. That scientist is actually an angel. He gave Michael a chance to start over. The movie here is the end. Hope you guys always cherish loved ones around you. Don't do anything to make yourself regret later.